most sports polls. USA Today Sports' Bob Nightingale, Steve Gardner and Jorge Ortiz give their predictions for the new season. USA Today Sports Miami, on the day when 17 people were killed in a shooting rampage at his old high school, Chicago Cubs first baseman Anthony Rizzo sent out a tweet calling for change. 3 hours before Thursday's season opener at Marlins Park, a mere 45 miles south of where the massacre took place, Rizzo specified for the first time what that change would entail. Addressing news reporters while wearing a t-shirt that read #strong in support of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High, the site of the February 14th mass shooting that has gripped the nation, Rizzo was asked what a gun law would be like in his perfect world. In a perfect world, make it stricter, make background checks a little harder to get these guns, said Rizzo, who had previously skirted specifics on the topic of gun control. I think it's a little too easy to go in there and get a gun. I think pretty much the entire nation can agree on that. There's a number of other things, but my biggest thing is you can make it harder to get guns. That has been the message spread by a number of current students at Douglas High, who helped organize a March for Our Lives last week and that drew hundreds of thousands of participants to Washington, D.C. There were also an estimated 800 plus similar other demonstrations across the US and overseas. The students have been demanding a ban on assault weapons such as the AR-15 that was used in the Douglas attack and several mass killings, along with a higher age requirement for buying guns and universal background checks on purchases. I think it's amazing. These kids are standing up for what they believe in, Rizzo said. They're motivating everyone to go there and register to vote, which is amazing. That's a powerful way to get your voice heard, to go out and vote. They're holding the throttle down on all these politicians, holding them accountable for what they believe in. It's just unbelievable how the entire nation is rallying around them. Rizzo, the 2017 winner of the Roberto Clemente Award for Community Service, has been baseball's most prominent figure linked to the tragedy, although MLB in general and the Marlins specifically have taken steps to honor the victims. The day after the shooting, Rizzo left the Cubs training camp in Arizona to join his grieving community in Parkland, Florida, where he grew up and still is. During a vigil at the school, he did a heartfelt speech of support and hope. The tragedy could not get much more personal for him. Not only has Rizzo remained in contact with the school and become a benefactor, paying for new lighting for the baseball field, but he played football for one of the victims, assistant coach and security guard Aaron Fish. On Tuesday night, Rizzo attended a Douglas baseball game and led the Eagles' cruise to a 15-0 victory. Before Friday's game against the Marlins, he will present a check for money raised to benefit victims' families. 4 of those relatives will throw out the ceremonial first pitch. Tomorrow will be a tough one to see for everyone who has a pulse, Rizzo said. It's really cool how the Marlins have supported Douglas, how pretty much every sports franchise has. Fellow Cubs players wore the same maroon t-shirt Rizzo had on during batting practice. Rizzo also issued a vigorous defense for the most vocal of the student group, led by Emma Gonzalez and David Hogg, who have been subject to doubts and attacks from political and media figures and others. For them to be getting bullied on Twitter by some guy with strong fingers, I think it's pretty funny, Rizzo said. I know for a fact that they're not going to let anything affect them in their mission. What they're doing is bigger than themselves and it's for love. The 3-time All-Star said he has talked to teachers at the school and they have told him most students are doing well as they recover from the shock of the incident, and he's proud that so many of them have become involved in an effort to prevent such future calamities. We've never seen this before in our country, Rizzo said. We've never seen an 11-year-old speaking at a rally, multiple 11-year-olds, a 6-year-old. So I think the nation's listening. I think some politicians are maybe shaking a little bit. A little nervous, but you have to keep going.